All right. Okay, good. Microphone's on. All right, we ready? No, I'm late. I messed up today. All right, so we're gonna go, I'm doing April's. It's April the 1st to the 6th. That'll be Tuesday through Saturday. The moon will be traveling through 3 signs, but when it begins, it will be, when I start, it'll be in Taurus, and then it will go through Gemini, Cancer, and Leo, where it will come into conjunction in Taurus at the first of the week there. It will come into contact with Taurus. Ow, God. In conjunct with it, then it will go move into Gemini in conjunct with Jupiter, and then moving into Cancer, it will come in conjunction with Mars, and before it goes into Leo. Now, 2 of these planets are in fall, which would be Aquarius and Mars, meaning they're kind of like dishonored. They just don't have the power. They don't have the fight in them. Not feeling quite unique with Uranus. Don't feel like don't have the especially when the moon hits them. It's going to be emotional. These planets that are in fall are going to affect the emotions. Hey, you're late to the party. And I'm late getting it out, starting the party. I did get my camera fixed. See it follow me? I'm over here, and I'm over here. Jupiter, in the meantime, is in detriment. It means it's an opposite of the house that rules it. It means it's weak. It means it's a negative. What was it? My mind just been trying to play catch up with the other videos, so I got a little late. I mean, this is like ahead of the, kind of being ahead of the game or whatever. You can go back over it next week as it goes along, but Jupiter being in its detriment, like I said, it's weak, it's negative, and it feels repressed. So when the moon comes into, like I said, when the moon comes into conjunction with Uranus and Mars, those being in fall, it's going to affect those emotions. So next week may not, like I told you, first thing starting out, the whole first day has nothing to do but with this moon. And it's what it's coming into conjunction with. And it's going to feel exalted in Taurus, and then it's going to be in the rulership in Cancer. But when it hits, and there with comes in with Jupiter, it doesn't have the energy. It's holding it within. Last 2 readings, Sagittarius and Capricorn, was very interesting. Remember, where the moon is exalted in Taurus, its energy is pure and elevated. I mean, it's high. Almost to the level of like a perfection. So don't get on your high horse, but then know your value. Okay? Don't let your ego override in here. Okay? I'm listening for my daughter. She's an Aquarius. So her focus, though, is going to be on, I'll get to that in a minute, and I'll tell you what her houses she's going to be focusing on. And when it gets into Cancer, it rules Cancer. So that energy is going to be expressed most. Don't be surprised if it's whatever is feeling with that Mars being in that fall, that it just expresses itself bluntly, directly, clearly, and effortlessly. It just kind of comes out, just straight to the point. That's how you're going to have to deal with somebody like that, is just straight to the point when they come out. And allowing it to function at its most potent natural state. On April the 4th, which will be next Friday, the moon will be in the first quarter. And we all know that when we had the new moon, which is going to be in Aries, and the full moon in Libra, and then it gets into that first quarter of the moon. We always know after the new moon, this time when it hits there, it's time to plant the seeds and set your intentions. Also, it's a good time to take the action to make the decisions that need to be made. And I've seen a lot with the readings where there's decisions that's got to be made. And that's the time when it starts that you need to make them. Formulate your goals in this meantime until now and then. What is it your goal is? What is it you want to achieve? What is it you want to accomplish? Set the goals for it. Don't set them too high, because if you do, then guess what? You've got 2 planets there that's in a fall, and if you go too far up and set your goals too high and you can't reach them, then guess what? What are you going to feel? Like you failed. Be realistic with your goals and your intentions. Baby steps, a little at a time. And then you can move forward. For you Aquariuses, the houses that you're going to be focused on is your 4th house. So that's going to be Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. Your 7th, 8th, your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses. No, I read it wrong again. Rewind. I was looking at something else. Tanya, I messed myself up this evening. I'd started early and messed it up. Aquarius, one more time. You're going to be dealing with your 4th house, which starts in Taurus. Then you're going to go to Gemini, which is your 5th house. Then you're going to go to Cancer, which is your 6th house. And then you're going to be dealing with your 7th house, which is your house of partners and relationships. I'm only seeing like Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Those are the 4 houses that are really dealing with relationships or partnerships. When it comes to relationships and partnerships, have patience. Remember what I said: Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Those are the ones that's going to be dealing a lot with their 7th house. Okay? Partners. Most of the other is going to be like yourself. So let's go ahead and jump over into oops. That smells good. He's eating last night's dinner leftovers. They're always better the next day. Got it right over here, my nose picking it up. I will be going into the astrology tomorrow morning. I'll start at 9, around 9. I'm going to try and start at 9, if not before then. And we'll see what happens. Oh, shoot. I'm doing the setup a little bit different. than on the other ones, these last 4. Because of the space I have here. Y'all must really be stuck or something. It's better. And I got one more sign to do. Pisces. You've got Pluto in your house. Aquarius is going to be going, you have started with Pluto in your house, in your first house, and the moon is there. You did experience something when that moon, a transformation in what you're feeling about yourself, possibly. But you're going, for the next 20 years, you're going to be going through a transformation. Pluto's there. It's going to be breaking things down, or you will be. It'll be changing you. You'll probably be changing friendships, social groups. You may withdraw from them. So, expect that. I mean, how old is your daughter, Sherry? However old she is, add 20 years to it. Body's going to be changing as well. All right. She's 37, so she'll be 57. Yeah, that's about a life-altering situation. All right. Your overall energy, Aquarius. Oh, shoot. I don't have it on there, do I? Is the overall energy on your reading is the 3 of Cups. Cancer energy. All right. First house is the 9 of Pentacles. Second house is the 2 of Pentacles. Third house is the Ace of Swords. Fourth house, King of Pentacles. Fifth house, the Moon. Sixth house, 6 of Pentacles. Your 7th house is the 5 of Wands. Ooh. Your 8th house is the Queen of Swords. The 9th house is the Page of Pentacles. That's the season. This spring. Going to this equinox. Your 10th house is the 6 of Wands. Some kind of success here. Then you've got the Empress. The Empress only come out twice so far. That's Venus. And then your 12th house is going to be the 7 of Swords. All right, so let's get this lined up here. Give me just a minute, and then I can look at these and see what is going on. Oh, shoot. Well, let me enlarge this screen so I can see it. Okay, good. Let me move that over. Okay, now let's look at this. First, let's talk about your overall energy. Is the Three of Cups here. It's Cancer energy. Mars is there right now. Remember, Mars was in Leo, and then it went retrograde and went back into Cancer. And now it's finished it, and now it's headed forward. It's moving forward. But it's in a fall. So, and for you guys, this is that sixth house. So something about work. That would be the house or home. Usually Cancer is the home, it's the mother, it's the nurturing. And you've also got the Tower. Now, ain't that something? The Tower is Mars. And Mars is in Cancer. So it's something when Mars comes into Cancer. And we've got the Four of Pentacles here before that. That's Capricorn. Capricorn deals a lot with reputation, boss, work, father, mother, whoever's the one that's kind of leads around the house, who's kind of the take charge around the home. In the job, it's the boss. But what's interesting to me is that the Tower is there, which is Mars and Cancer, the sign of Cancer. So it's like something. It's kind of something shocking with the home, maybe, or job wise. Leader role. And you got the Page of Wands. Aces and pages to me they're seasonal. The page brings in, it delivers the element. So this would be something during the summer. And you've got the Star coming before that. So that's Aquarius. That's your card. Oh, and you got Judgment for that. So we're talking about Pluto. Like I said, you're going to be going through some kind of change, transition, and gosh, 3 major arcanas right back to back. Justice. That's Libra. So we got Libra. You've got Aquarius. Right? Libra and Aquarius, yeah. And then we got Pluto. Something that's going through a transition. You need to check your chart and see if you've got Libra in there as well in your chart. And then we're talking about something for the summertime. Capricorn, Mars. So that there's something shocking coming about. Okay. All right, now, I didn't mean to do that. It's working up to that. So it's and this to me, you know, can be sometimes can be a celebration or a gathering that takes place. Sometimes I could look at that depending on you know, it's like two people expressing or feeling, and all of a sudden here comes something out of nowhere. And that's where that tower. So somebody, whatever this is, that Ace of Cups, it's almost like a messenger coming into two. It's giving some kind of news. It's like a choice of something here. Somebody may be cut out, or somebody here is just doesn't have the energy, or is not aggressive enough. Doesn't have the initiative, you know, because Mars is that takes the initiative. You're going to have to maybe, I don't want to say being aggressive, really aggressive. Don't be overly aggressive. But it's almost like this is coming in. Look at it. It's like somebody, you know, one's coming in to give some kind of a message here to the other two. Or it could be a celebration of some kind. Okay. Oh, got my back cinching. All right, the Nine of Pentacles. We start out in your first house. So in your first house right now, that's Virgo energy. Let's go. I want to look at the major arcanas and see what we got here. All right. First off, we got an opportunity, right, and a season, which there's something maybe we're in Aries right now, so there's something that was an opportunity, previous opportunity, maybe back in the winter months, that's coming back around. And then we've got the King of Pentacles, which is Taurus. This is when that moon's gonna be exalted. In Taurus, but it's going to come into conjunction with Uranus, which is in a fall. So again, and this is your fourth house, and this is like the home, the family, the values, your values you hold, food, your monies, where is it coming from? And you got the King. So that's something good. Something here is very stable. You know, it's your properties, your things you own. Then we have the moon, which this is Pisces energy. Which Neptune is there, and it rules Pisces. So it could have something to do with this Ace of Swords. Where was that last full moon at? We had the new moon in Aries this time. The new moon was in Pisces, and then that meets the full moon in Virgo. Something about work, health, being very analytical, but influence at the new moon. That has to do with this Ace of Swords. Then we've got the Six of Pentacles with Taurus. Let's see. Then we got a Queen of Swords. So we got a King of Pentacles and we've got a Queen of Swords. So we're talking about Capricorn, which is your 12th house. Karmic. Then we have the Queen of Swords, which is Libra. We have this Page, which is another seasonal. You got two seasonal cards here. Whoops. And that's the spring, what's coming now. The spring equinox, this season. That has begun, because we're in the new season, spring. Then we've got Venus, which is in Aries, just came into Aries right now. And it's retrograde. So there's going to be something here. Remember what I said? Venus is, with this retrograde, it goes from the evening star to where it'll go down and then behind the sun, and it'll go down, and there's sacrifice. Be careful with spending. Hold on to what's valuable to you. What's important, whether your own personal values or properties or something of that nature. Don't overspend. It's one thing for sure. Because the Seven of Swords here, that Ace of Swords is, there was a decision with something here, and then you've got the Four of Swords. So it's something like, it's like the opportunity comes, which is right here, definitely. A decision was made, and I feel like it was from this overall energy. And then it's time with the Four of Swords is that healing. You've only got the one major arcana that I can see. Got a couple of seasonal cards here. No, I'm sorry, you got two. Duh. You got a sign and you got a planet. That would be important. Pisces, what has been. Because we've already gone through Pisces season. So what has come is now past. Because I feel like right now, this is like this spring season, this is something you're going through. Like I said, you're gonna, for the next 20 years, you're gonna be going through some kind of major transformation in your life, from your earlier life to now. The season of life, you know, we change. And you're gonna be going through a couple of changes. In your life before Pluto gets done with you. So if y'all are dealing with an Aquarius, be patient with them. Because I done been there. I mean, with women, it could be going through the change of life. It could be a change of stage in life. Okay, so let's look at your first here. These first three. First, second, and third. This is Virgo. Virgo is independent, analytical. And for you, it's your 8th house. So this is something about you becoming more independent in making decisions. Making choices. But it's almost like you go through this infinity of trying to make the, yeah, I don't know. You may have a Libra in your chart. I don't know. Because it's like it's constantly got to make a decision, got to make a decision. You know, which one do I choose? Which one do I choose? Don't keep playing it over and over in your head, because Virgos, you know, being independent, Virgos have a tendency of being looking at every little detail of everything around them and deciding which is the best here. Is it good? I mean, it's like, it's almost like being stuck in something here about you. You've been there. Like, what's going on in my life? Well, I'm telling you what's going on in your life. Number one, you've got Pluto who has entered your house and is going to be there for some time. And things are going to change. And then you had the moon conjunct with Pluto. And it was your intuition. You knew something was going on, but you didn't know what it was. You just kept replaying something here. It's like I said, infinity. It's an infinity ceiling. An infinity decision that had to be made, or choice. Season of life. And then you had that, like I said, that moon. Your intuition kept telling you something here. That you were going through. Then we have here, which would be your family life. Somebody here is Capricorn. No, I'm sorry, that's Taurus energy. Somebody's going through a revolution. Being very unique. And then Pisces as well. When these two together, okay, and then you have Taurus over here as well. Taurus, Pisces, Taurus. So it's almost like it's good when you've got water and earth together. Now, I don't know if you've got it in your chart, Taurus in your chart, or Pisces. But there's something here with this moon and Neptune being there. It's about your dreams. And your imagination. And your values. There's going to be, there's an altering here in somewhere in your family life. But from this, there's a decision made, and it's being given. An opportunity is given here to someone who needs it. Don't give what you can't afford to give, but what you don't hold as a value anymore, you've got to let it go. Because usually sometimes what we value or what we no longer value becomes a treasure to someone else. And then here in your 7th house, this is Leo. This is where this moon's going to end up right before, and that's when the planting of the seed. But there's some sort of change or a competition, or because we got the 5 over here, but there's victory here. And this is in the social world. This is in that personal relationship, partnerships, the we. And then this is society in itself, your environment. But there's something here that's still, there's success here. If you're married and have children as well. It's almost like the mother figure here and the children playing games. Or people around you younger. Or the competition. Somebody wins. And that's what I said something here about the overall energy. That Ace of Cup, an opportunity coming in. A celebration, a gathering. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which is Libra, which is where the full moon's going to be. And it's funny that it's right over the moon. Don't be indecisive. Don't procrastinate here about something that you've got to make a decision about. You have to do what you've got to do. What's best for you, for your own security. And this is the time. This is the season to do whatever this is. Make your choice. Don't be indecisive. If it is the partner or whatever that's dealing with something, that needs help making this decision, this is also sometimes referred to as conflict, but there's a winner coming out of this. Because this is really, like I said, this is the season to do something here, to make that choice. You looked at it long enough, you studied it, you looked at every little detail, you analyzed it, you got all the information you need. So you got to make the decision. And you got to stick to it. And this is that Leo energy. Same thing here, 5 to the 6. So you're stepping up in your social, in your environment. I mean, you can just look and see like somebody's got the crown, on their head. Come on, focus in. No, it's not going to do it. But they got the crown on the head, and they're sitting there looking like, I'll leave y'all over here, fighting over the spoils. And then, like I said, this is Venus. You got the Libra there. You held on. Hang on to what you have to, what you value. Hang on to it. Don't let Venus influence you in, because remember, Venus also rules Taurus as well. Only give up what you can afford to give up, what you don't hold to value anymore. And then this is the time for you taking it. You've gone from this. Now you made a decision, whatever it had to be. This is where the Ace of Swords now is done. You've done doing all the analytical stuff. You've done doing all the reviews and the data and the information and, the work you've put into it and all, or into yourself and all. And it's time to heal. Move forward. Remember what I said? This is the time on the 4th. You got to make that decision. You got to have your goal lined up. Don't let yourself be swayed by others. And then put it in motion and move forward. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius. I mean, it's whatever it's apparently you already knew there was something going on. You already knew something was changing. It's time for you to take control of you. Be that independent person. Don't be afraid to be independent, to be in charge. Make your life what you want it to be. So, all I want to say right now is, with Mercury and Venus being retrograde, remember what I said about the retrograde? You always hear from astrologers or from other readers. The planet before it goes retrograde, it's in its shadow. It's not a shadow, it's just stationary. It's just sitting there. Hold on a minute. I'm choking. My eyes watered. I'm sorry. Ooh. But it's stationary and it sits there for a few days. And that's what they call a shadow period. And then it begins to move. Now, some people will say planet goes retrograde then. It doesn't actually go retrograde then. It's when it goes stationary, the shadow period. Then after a few days, then sometimes it can take up 7 days or whatever, but it will begin to go backwards. Because remember, the planets don't move quick. And remember, this is when, this is the Earth, right? And say this is Venus or this is Mercury. And they come in and they pass each other. And then all of a sudden, they gradually, over a few days, 7 days or whatever, they move. And then it's like that. You talked about, you've heard about looking in the rearview mirror and it looks like this is moving away. No, it's just a shadow period. And then it begins to go retrograde after days. And then as it comes back around the sun, and then it's headed toward that planet that's retrograde, okay? And it comes back into it, it goes into a shadow period again. Because it's like you see something here, but you don't know what it is. And then all of a sudden, it's just sitting there. And it's like, okay, let's get moving. And then it starts moving again. Okay, but it goes with you, sort of. And it might pass you. Because it doesn't move, the Earth doesn't move at the same speed as all the planets move at their own velocity. So then it begins to move forward. And it may start moving away from you. as the earth comes around. So it's just that shadow period where it's sitting there. And then it begins to move. So even when you hear when a planet's going direct, it's not going direct yet. It'll set direct. When it says direct, it's stationary again. It's the shadow period. And then it sits there for about 5 or 7 days or so. And then it begins to move. So for right now, those two right there, when I get in the astrology part, I'll let you know when they're going to go into that shadow period again, and they'll begin to move forward. And then we'll see where they're headed. So that's what I got for you. And I hope you join me for this astrology report. And then I'm going to do Pisces. And that will be it for this week, for that first week. And then we'll be going into the next week. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go there. And I think I'm done. Like I said, I hope you join me for... I'm sorry about my TV in the background. I hope it's not coming in. We can't hear it. Because I think I've turned it down. Where is my thing? There it is. And so anyway, need to put my green screen back up behind me. But anyway, that'll move my TV, huh? So I hope you join me for the astrology. And with that, I'm just going to say goodnight on that part. And I hope y'all get something out of this. You can comment below. Let me know if it resonates. Oh, okay. Give me a minute to set up and get it up. But I'm going to just, comment below in the area below. Let me know if it resonates with you. If it's not resonating with you, that's okay. If it's not, even if you're not an Aquarius, you may have Aquarius in your chart somewhere. And remember that if you're a Leo, Aquarius is your 7th house, so this could give you some sort of information on what's going on with your partnership. Always check out, like if you're going to do your first house and you're going to follow the sun, look at your 7th house. That's the house of partnership. Always check and see if you got that sign in your chart, then that's what it could be focusing on. Okay? So anyway, we'll talk some more when we get into the astrology. That'll be the fun part. Okay? All right. So I will see y'all later.